Hi, my name is Dale Turner, and I teach a bunch of accompaniment guitar styles here at Musicians Institute in Hollywood. And this figure you just heard me playing through is very similar to what you hear Neil Young playing in his tune Needle and the Damage Done from the Harvest record. And if you're watching what my fret hand was doing as I was picking through that, you probably noticed that I was playing some fairly standard open shapes, the campfire chord, cowboy chord, whatever you categorize them as. Beginning with like a D chord, I'm sure you're familiar with. E minor, G, C, A, D. So first, why don't we see if you can kind of play along with that just at a regular speed, just to kind of get in the groove. Right after this, we're going to show how Neil is actually putting some more colorful tones inside of these shapes to spice them up a little bit. 3, 4. So right now it probably sounds fairly ordinary to you, and what Neil Young is doing throughout Needle and the Damage Done that makes open chords like this sound less ordinary is a combination of some of these colorful tones we're about to add to spice it up, but also some open hammer-ons to each of the chords to embellish them, little chord ornaments, and some pretty tricky picking to bring out certain high and low notes within the fabric of this accompaniment texture. So right now in the next figure, we're going to start tacking on some extra notes to your familiar chord shapes. Starting with D. D is the only one we're not totally going to modify much, other than using your pinky to add an extra note up here for a little bit of a suspended sound. Bring it right back to D. Remove your middle finger to reveal the open second string underneath there for this kind of a sound. Every chord after this, though, beginning with E minor, will have your ring finger fixed to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, always played in conjunction with the open 2nd string. So you get this nice little dissonant cluster on the top of each chord. So E minor would become E minor 7. Your G chord becomes G6, C, C add 2, and then A7 sus4. Let's see if we can piece all those together for our second figure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's decorated the chords a little bit with some color tones, and of course revealing fancier chord names like I just listed off. The next step is to add a little bit of a hammer-on to some of the lower notes that you're fretting in each chord. In each case, you're going to actually pick an open string and then quickly fret, usually with your index finger, for each of the passing chords. Beginning with, for instance, this D chord. This would be the second from the lowest note involved in playing the chord. This one, you're going to pick up this finger and hammer on. Your E minor 7, the second from the lowest string involved in the chord is this note. You're going to pick that up, slam that right back down for a tasty, ornamented sound. The G chord, same thing, hammering on. C, and A7 sus4. So real slow, it's going to end up being something like this. 1, 2, And also notice how I'm picking with this. I am actually alternating down, up, down, up. We're going to do it again now together, but I'm going to speed it up so it's actually at the same tempo as the needle and the damage done. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can see how these chords are now starting to have much more personality than they were when they're just their ordinary campfire cowboy chord style. So we have 2 more ingredients, though, that we're still going to add to this particular progression that'll finally take it to the needle and the damage done level. The first one is what some people describe as Neil Young's inside-outside picking style, which I'll first demonstrate with this E minor 7 chord we talked about. I'll pick with a downstroke, hitting the bottom 2 strings, but only once, and then an upstroke hitting the 2nd and 3rd strings, and you're going to alternate down, up, but you're going to alternate with upstrokes with these 2 strings and then these 2. So bottom 2 strings, 2nd and 3rd, bottom 2, 1st and 2nd. So you can hear a little bit of a line now internally in these chords. We're going to do that with each of the chords in this series of changes, and we're going to actually add what's called a triplet feel. And a triplet is 3 evenly spaced attacks within the space of a beat, which you might have seen something that looks like this. But we're not actually going to play a triplet. We're going to play the first and last ticks of the triplet. The triplet is 1 let, 2 let, 3 let, 4 let. You just want to pull out of that 1 let, 2 let, 3 let, 4 let, 1 let, 2 let, 3 let, 4. Slow it down a little bit. You get this bouncy 1 let, 2 let, 3 let, 4. And you want your right hand to groove exactly with that divided pulse. So this next figure, we're going to put it all together using all these ingredients, but I'm going to slow it down so you can kind of lock into the feel and control all the elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think you're probably ready to start piecing it together full speed, so we're going to go through that figure again now at actual Neil Young velocity. So here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for hanging out with me today in this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Stop by and visit us anytime you're in town in Los Angeles, Musicians Institute, and enjoy Neil Young.